The start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They have second down behind the sticks. Another try following the sack. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Here he is on third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send it. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, not for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Watson to throw it. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Achane, a first down carry. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bills' 28-yard line.
Back to throw. He's got Watson. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Running back sent in motion. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
For a Miami Dolphin.
From the red zone now. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he breaks. You get a pick 6. You get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Brings in the kick at the 9. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. They send a man in motion. Back to the air, following the pick 6. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. And this drive will start inside the 25. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing is Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate. Right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when the defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Watson with 3rd and long. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Quan Martin with the pick. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick 6, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
Reichard on for the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
They give it to him again. Has good room at the 35. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Watson now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So through a flurry of points, we have hit the 2-minute warning. And it's the Bills. Backed up a mile here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
And he gets this forward to the 19. Offense in the hurry up here. Watson on 1st and 10. Looking to his fullback now. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Watson has it, 3rd and goal. And they pick him off again. And the Dolphins make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Will Reichard to kick off.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room, some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
First down, Bills.
Throwing now on first down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. And no look on his first look of the game. So second down coming up. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Touchdown, Buffalo! Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one right down the middle. And the Bills cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Flush down now to his left. He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Play action on 1st down. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So it's 2nd down coming up. He'll throw it. Forced out to his right. Now he's taking a deep shot right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Bills will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Pass play coming here. He throws a bullet deep to the... He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills parlay the interception into points. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game. Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the 22-yard line.
Just get it in the pocket. Come on, be patient. Control the pitch. Move the chain. Hey. Move the chain. Come on, oh.
He's dropping back to throw. Gets this one to Watson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field in more than a second or 2.
Gets this to Kincaid. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. Fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And the Dolphins got it. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Fits it through the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field. Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Max Melton with the INT into the red zone. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Oh, like air out of a balloon. You saw all the excitement disappear when they saw the flag in the backfield. That penalty nullifies the INT.
Well, don't hit the quarterback then, Kate. Certainly don't rough him. Crying out loud.
Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Working inside the red zone. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. That's Cole Bishop. And the Bills have some new life in the fourth. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football's the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with third and long. From his own end zone on third and long. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Backed up on their own goal line, Brock. A little bit surprising to see them decide to throw for it there.
Yeah, a bunch of trust thrown their way by this staff to call a pass play in that situation. You know, and you'll hear coaches say this, Kate. You got to play fast, but never in a hurry. He was hurried right there, and it certainly led to the INT.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, second and goal. Running for it, it's Achane. And he's in for the touchdown. The Dolphins have likely locked up the win right there. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Hand off to the back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They motion the tight end over. throw on third down. Complete beyond the marker. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And he makes the Hets go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Rookie quarterback, Brock, threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at Ask Peyton, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Another big rip for him. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Complete out to the right side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Pass play now. Dumped off to his running back. Running in the red zone. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Bills making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone, and they pick him off again.
You know, sometimes it just feels like the opposing coaches are sitting right inside their score. They read the call and were set up perfectly to counter it.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Achane gets this on the draw. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. They'll stick with Achane. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. New set of downs for him at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Offense to the line for second down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. Oh, no, they get him yet again. That's Cole Bishop. And the Bills take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
On first down, they'll run. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in the game that's already decided. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here.